Hi, you're welcome to my channel once again. Kindly subscribe, share and like this video. We are still on how to write an excellent research paper. In this episode, we will talk about the outline of a research paper and selecting a research topic. In episode 1, I gave a general introduction of research. I talked about what research is all about and its types. I also talked about the importance of research and the elements of an undergraduate research paper. Kindly refer to episode 1 for details. Now, the outline of a research paper. A research paper should follow a chronological order. That is why it has been divided into sections. So the first section you will see, which is the chapter 1, talks about the introduction. The first item in the introduction section is usually background to the study. Most people make the mistake of saying or writing background of the study. That is wrong. The use of the preposition of in this context has a different meaning, which implies that the study is not yours, so you are telling the background of it. The next item in the introduction section is statement of the problem, and then followed by the objectives of the study, research questions or hypothesis, significance of the study, limitations and delimitations, organization of the work, and finally, conceptual framework. Depending on the school or supervisor, the research questions may come before the objectives. The delimitations are also called the scope of study. Your supervisor may tell you which one to use. Some supervisors may also accept either objectives or purpose of study. This is just a brief overview of the elements. In subsequent episodes, I will take time to talk about each of the sections extensively. The chapter 2 of your research paper should talk about the literature review and then theoretical framework. Under literature review, we have theoretical review and empirical review. Literature review simply means reviewing the works of others in the related field of your research topic. Chapter 3, Methodology. Under methodology, we have study design, study area, study population, sample size and sampling, procedures, data collection methods, research instruments, reliability and validity of the instruments, intervention, data analysis methods, ethical issues. For now, some of the things here may sound very alien to you, but don't worry, I will take time to explain everything extensively in other episodes. The chapter 3 differs depending on the university you are. Some schools will usually use the entire chapter 3 dedicated for profile of study area. For students in such schools, their chapter 4 will be the methodology section, but for many, the chapter 3 will be the methodology section. Students reading programs in education are likely to have an intervention section as part of the chapter 3. Chapter 4, Data Presentation, Data Analysis and Discussion of Results. Basically, the chapter 4 is about the results except for those who I talked about earlier as having it as the methodology section. Depending on the supervisor or the school, the discussion section may be treated as part of the chapter 5 and not 4. Now, chapter 5, Conclusion. Include major findings by brief discussion on future perspectives or application of present work to other disciplines. Do not rewrite abstracts. Statements with investigated or studied are not conclusions. Acknowledgements. Remember to thank funding agencies, colleagues, scientists, and technicians who might have provided assistance. References. There are different referencing styles. I will talk about them later. Now, selecting a research topic. I'm sure this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. We can research everything. However, there is a need to avoid certain topics. Examples of such topics are the following: common or overused topics, controversial, religious or political topics, general or broad topics, topics that are too narrow. Difference between research topic and research title. A research topic is broad, whilst a research title is specific. Most of the time, what people refer to as the research topic is actually not a research topic, but a research title. The topic is usually the issue or problem you want to study. For example, customer satisfaction, telematics in construction, etc. The research title should be specific. For example, assessing the impact of electronic payment systems on patient satisfaction at the Mother Love Hospital. There are a lot of factors that are capable of influencing an individual's choice of a research topic. One of those factors is you. Your personal values, beliefs, interests, relevance, and personal experiences can influence the choice of a research topic. Sometimes, you may have something in your field that interests you, and you may want to consider that area for your projects. You should know that you will do every single work concerning your research yourself. Therefore, your topic should be something you love to read about or love to see. It should be something that interests you as far as your area of study is concerned. Another factor is your supervisor. Find out the research interests of your potential supervisors. Have a discussion with them. Read their publications. All university lecturers have their specific areas of expertise, even though a group of them may be serving the same department. It is therefore important for you to understand the interests of your supervisor. Do a Google search of the full name of your supervisor, and you are likely to get some of his or her published research papers. This will help you know what he or she has interest in. If you pick a topic area that your supervisor has no interest in, this may happen. Either he or she makes you change it, or accepts it and becomes a bit indifferent about your project, or otherwise. Let me tell you this short story. Some time ago, a student reading Master of Science in Mathematics had his entire project rejected by his supervisor after he was done with the chapter 3 and questionnaire for the data collection. When he told his friends about the unfortunate event and the fact that he is helpless because he may not be able to finish his thesis and so will have to postpone the graduation to next year, his friends asked him to show them his conversation with the lecturer, and he did. It was realized from their interaction that the lecturer had no interest in his project, and they were able to find out exactly where the problem was coming from. Do you know how they got to know that? They did a background search of the lecturer, and they realized that this lecturer, even though a mathematics lecturer, was someone who does not have interest in numbers at all. So in almost all his publications, he used qualitative methods. With the guidance of his able friends, he chose another topic, but this time the methodology was action research and their focus was on the use of qualitative methods. After resubmission to the lecturer, he accepted the topic and asked the students to go ahead. Another factor is the current trends in the society. For example, someone can choose to research on COVID-19 because that's a current trend in society. Now, the next point. Researchers can also be restricted by the sponsor or funding agency. Most funding agencies have specific topics of interest which are based on their goals and objectives. Data source. Researchers are also restricted to a particular topic due to the access or lack of access to data in specific fields of study or time availability. Factors that can influence the data source is the maturity of the topic, the literature review, and then the measurement issues. Note the following. When you want to research a particular topic area, you have to search for the topic in scholarly journals to know how the topic has been researched by others. Some topics have been overly researched such that we already know the answers to the questions you may be asking. Most people don't understand research. They duplicate what has already been done over and over again. For example, a topic area like youth employment has been well researched, but you can pick a well researched topic area and study a new dimension of it that has not been researched much. That is to say, you can research the impact of COVID-19 on youth employment among African countries. Also, topics that are very sensitive both politically and religiously are not good. Do not select too narrow or too broad topics. This is the end of episode 2. Kindly leave all questions in the comment section and also refer to episode 1 for better understanding of episode 2. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. In the next episode, that is episode 3, we will talk about how to write the introduction section. I'll see you some other time. Bye.